Ladies and gentlemen, it is a very special day today. Why is it a special day, you may ask? Because it is the first video that I'm making where my MacBook is at all involved. So, if you could give a round of applause for that. Hopefully you didn't just blank stare at my screen. Yeah, today we're gonna do a tier list video where we are ranking my favorite to non-favorite platinum experiences. So, with that being said, I have approximately, I think I have 18 platinums or 17. With that being said, let's go to the first platinum that I can find on here, which is Spider-Man Miles Morales. Let me go through the categories actually. Masterpiece, amazing, great, good, okay, mediocre, bad, awful, painful, unbearable. It's a good experience. It's a very good first platinum, or just an easy platinum overall if you want to get into trophy hunting and you want to like maybe warm up a little bit. So with that being said, it's gonna be good. That's it. It's very good. It's not great though. Solid story for a video game. Good improvements from the last one, but it does feel like a bit of a DLC, I can't lie. And yeah, it is a very good experience, great platinum experience, and if you like a challenge, then I'm not gonna lie, if you put it on the highest difficulty, then it will give you a bit of a challenge here and there. With that being said, it's very short, and yeah, we're just gonna rank it at good. I don't want to say great. It was very good for its time, but looking back at it now, like, yeah, it wasn't as groundbreaking as the first one, and yeah, let's keep going.
Give me some of that burger.
Astral's Playroom, again, it's very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put it at the same place as Miles. Again, very good. I wish I could like put it above Miles in a way, because I do feel like as a platinum experience, then again, I don't know, bro. I think they're both at the same level. I think Astro's Playroom has more variety to its gameplay. Nothing much to say, it's very fun. It's basically like a demo for the new Astro game that is out that I have not played. But it looks very fun. The gameplay of this one was very fun as well. So nothing much to say. It's fun, it's short and simple. It's not a game that I'm going back to anytime soon. But it's a very good platinum if you like trophy hunting. So I'm gonna put it at good. Alright, next one. Okay, our next platinum on the list is going to be a very conflicting one for me. God of War Ragnarok. Now, let me just demonstrate that I'm not gonna lie. Let me go through the things that I really love about the game. Things specifically that I love so much that has made me come back to this game over and over and over again. I'm at like over 300 hours on Ragnarok at this point, and I love the combat, man. I love the combat. I love the acting. Such a well polished game. I don't think I've had maximum like 3 or 4 bugs in my entire playthrough. I played this shit when it came out, November 9th, 2022. I've barely had any issues at all with the gameplay. It's so well polished. It's a shame that so many games these days come out rushed and unfinished. But this one was an exception. This one was so well made, and I'm not gonna lie, I love the combat. However, I should note that it does remove a feature from the previous God of War game, being the skill tree for fighting with your fists. With that being said, the fact that it still is so amazing despite them removing that skill tree which was a huge bummer for me. I still love the combat, and it doesn't feel like I'm missing something when I'm playing with the combat. Obviously I am, but I don't need it, considering they added a third weapon for Kratos, and especially with the expansion of the Valhalla DLC. Also, spoiler alert, you get the Blade of Olympus as a rage mode, so technically that's 4 weapons. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I think, look, here's the thing. Let me address the big complaints. The Atreus sections, I'll agree, they are very dragged out to the point where it becomes boring. But honestly, man, I feel like the highs of God of War Ragnarok are so much higher than the lows of it, honestly. And to be honest, I don't mind the Atreus gameplay. I don't know if I'm here. Hot take. I feel like the majority of people who aren't enjoying the Atreus gameplay just have a big skill issue, because when you look at the skill tree, there is a lot of moves that you can perform with this guy. But when I see people complaining about the Ironwood section, for example, which I'll agree is dragged out, once again, I'm saying that again, 99% of the people are literally just mashing R1. They don't care about the skill tree. They shoot with their cute little bow and arrow every once in a while, but they don't care for shit for the skill tree. And yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of people don't take advantage of um, Atreus' combat. But with that being said, I'm not trying to excuse the Atreus sections. Once again, for the third time, I'm repeating myself. I sound like a broken record. It is by far and away the weakest section of the game's story. Now, with the game's story, I think what it's doing is great. I just think, once again, it's dragged out. Fourth time. I'm taking a hole. Despite the Atreus sections dragging the story down, I feel like the character development that they use that out dragging for makes it worth it long term, right? And I get that that makes replayability bad, because at the end of the day, these are video games, they're not movies. But the fact that this game is feels like a movie says something about the story, man. I'm not a writer. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy with an opinion. And I think the whole thing about fate and prophecy, I feel like that's great, especially for a guy like Kratos who's gone through that. And yeah, bro, I'm putting it at masterpiece. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If the Valhalla DLC didn't exist, I would put it at amazing. But I feel like the Valhalla DLC is so like unbearably amazing, especially if you're a guy like me. Not to brag, but I'm pretty damn good at the combat. I eat the hardest difficulty for lunch, and yeah, bro. Me personally, I understand it. I'm not gonna complain if you put it below masterpiece, but for me personally, it's always gonna be in my heart, man. It's always gonna be in my heart. Even when the next God of War comes out, this one, like for other people, it was God of War 18. For me, it was Ragnarok. Okay, I played God of War 2018. We'll get to that later, obviously. Um, but yeah, that's about it. Moving on. That was the longest yap session yet. Moving on to Rocket League. Rocket League, it's a historic game. I mean, so many good memories for me personally have come from playing that. Yeah, bro, it is a grind as a platinum. I'm not gonna lie. But to be honest, when I first started playing it with my friends, the goal was never to get the platinum, so I just got the online trophies by itself. However, if my initial goal was to get the platinum, then I would imagine it to be pretty draining. I guess I just had fun. Why did I have fun? Because it's a good game, that's why. So with that being said, I'm gonna put it at... Oh man, what do I do? I'll put it at amazing. I don't care what anyone says. Rocket League, goated. I don't care what anyone says. You can go have a hard conversation with a brick wall. If you disagree with any of these takes, look, I'm not trying to start an argument by making this video. I'm just stating my opinion. This is for my sake only. So if you feel the need to disagree, then honestly, go have a goon, bro. Just go outside and goon. I'm not gonna lie. It usually helps. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't take my advice. Go to sleep. Maybe sleep a little. You know, it helps. It clears mind. Go exercise. You know, at the end of the day, I'm a random guy on the internet. My opinion does not matter that much, and it shouldn't to you, especially if you're a random person watching this video, seeing my face for the first time. So, Rocket League as a game, I would say. Up next is Telltale's Batman Part 1. So this is the first Telltale Batman game. This one is interesting because there's no like specific ranking for this. It's going to be different from a lot of people. If you're really into story games, then you're gonna love this, especially decision-based. This is a decision-based game. For other people, they hate it. For others, it's amazing. I'm going to put it at Me personally, from my experience, I'll put it at good. The Platinum is the most easy thing you'll ever do in your life. Honestly, it's not that hard. You just have to complete the game. That's all. And it doesn't matter what decisions you make, you just have to beat the game. That's all. It takes roughly, I'd say maybe max 10 hours. The story is good, it's enjoyable, it kept me invested. And yeah, I streamed that game on my Twitch, so go follow my Twitch. It will be in the description. But yeah, me personally, it's good. I don't blame you if you put it at okay, mediocre, or even bad. Me personally, I enjoyed it. Story games or decision-based games like this isn't my favorite, unless if we're talking like The Walking Dead. But it was good. I enjoyed it. Alright, the next Platinum, ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe it. It is God of War 2018. Now, a very big debate in the gaming community has been which one's better, 2018 or Ragnarok? Um, well, bitches, I'm here to tell you this motherfucker is another masterpiece. I don't care if you call me a glazer, maybe I am, but you can't tell me it's for a bad reason. God of War 2018 has extremely high highs, but then they also have a few lows. But then again, I would also like to make the same argument that the highs are way higher than the lows. Obviously, the lows are different than Ragnarok's. The story of 2018 is pretty much perfect in my opinion. Well paced, enjoyable through thick and thin, unlike Ragnarok where you had the slower sections. Um, but then you have the lows, lack of enemy variety being the most notable one. I'm not gonna lie, I can't really think of any other big lows, but that one where lack of enemy variety really punched them in the ass. This was due to lack of budget, from my understanding. I might be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but the story is so good. The combat is on par with Ragnarok. Me personally, I prefer Ragnarok slightly, but God of War 2018 gives you the cake as well. It's amazing. I love it, and I feel like with how both games have a few lows and then a lot of high highs, they're pretty much on par in terms of the experience. And the Platinum is also great. I will mention that the collectibles in 2018 are kind of dreadful. I would like to specify that Ragnarok also has a lot of collectibles, but in my opinion, God of War Ragnarok's side quests are a lot better, which makes it a lot easier to go through. Whereas with 2018, the side quests are good, but correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure if there are as many side quests, I doubt it, than in Ragnarok. So, with that being said, as a Platinum experience, it's still very good. You're going to enjoy it. Um, and yeah, no matter what difficulty, you're going to enjoy it, in my opinion. So yeah, moving on. I'd also like to specify that these games, like God of War, for example, we'll get to other ones later. I know that these games aren't for everybody, but for what it is, for the style that it is, me personally, I'm putting these at masterpiece. I have to keep defending myself because people will disagree, especially with Ragnarok. But I don't give a damn, bro. I don't care, man. I love Ragnarok. I love 2018 for unique reasons for both of them. So yeah, bro. Like, moving on. Now, up next, ladies and gentlemen, is another decision game. Detroit Become Human. Again, it's similar to Batman Telltale with it being decision based, but this game is indefinitely better than Batman Telltale. If you're a Telltale stan, go cry in your pillow, I don't care. Detroit Become Human is factually a better game as a decision game. It You can do more in it, first of all. The controls are better in my opinion. There's way more endings to the story. You can choose to become a war veteran or a man of peace with one of the main characters, and you play as three people, man. It's just factually a better game. However, do I think it's as a platinum it's good? I think it's also good. Definitely very draining though. If you get the platinum without looking up tutorials, then I will personally come and suck.
What did he say?
I'm gonna put it at great. I'm putting it at great. I feel like, in comparison to Spider-Man Miles Morales, Astral's Playroom, and Batman Telltale, I feel like Detroit as a package is just better. That's just my opinion. like, I don't blame you if you think Spider-Man is higher. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I enjoyed Detroit Become Human more than all those 3 games. So, with that being said, take my opinion with a grain of salt. It doesn't mean it's factual. It's just my opinion, and you're not gonna change it by rage baiting in the comments. All right, moving on. Speaking of Spider-Man, the next game we're gonna rank is Spider-Man PS4. Man, what a game! You know, what a game. I think it's in my top 10 most played games ever. I played the shit out of that game. It was the sole reason why I was excited for Spider-Man 2. I'm gonna put it at amazing. Let me tell you why. I think both God of War games are just better than Spider-Man PS4, but I will praise it for its revolutionary web swinging. The combat is nice. I like the variety of gadgets. I think a lot of people say Spider-Man 2 has better side quests, but I'd say it's like pretty much on par, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. The story is also great. My God, super emotional ending. Great first, second, and third act through thick and thin. The only thing that really brings this down is the MJ sections. I don't know, man. I feel like they could have either lessened the MJ sections or just completely butchered them and just let them be. Like they didn't need to add them here, but it was all right. Like I didn't mind them because they were so easy to get through. But each to their own. Again, once again, if you put Spider-Man lower or higher, then that's your taste. I'm gonna put it at amazing for me personally. Moving on. Yo, I'm assuming that if you watched this entire thing all the way up until this point, you've enjoyed the video. So with that being said, I encourage you to like the video if you enjoyed it. But the reason why I'm unfortunately gonna have to cut this video into 2 parts is because um, honestly the video just became way too laggy to edit. If you don't know, I edit my videos on my phone, and it was so much footage to the point where it's going to be 2 parts. So with that being said, uh, stay tuned for part 2, and hopefully you enjoyed. So if you're excited for whether if it's the next part or more platinum videos in general in the future, then be sure to subscribe. I know that you guys can't see me before you come at me. uh, I wanted to record outside. I'm abroad right now, but I couldn't really find like a good spot outside so you could see me. But if anything, this looks cool. This is like a little interrogation thing where you can see like the mafia boss's face, you know, like in those movies. It's pretty dope actually. So yeah, hold on. Let me no, I'm not gonna flex on it. Okay, take care and stay tuned for part 2.